Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. About 75 seconds. Hi, Jake. I'm trying to figure out how many trains I need. I still got to cut down on the radar. Yes, I have copper wire trains. It's a philosophy I'm following. You are number 1. You are going to go here and delete that. And then you're going to go here. What do I lose when that goes away? Not much. Good. All things being equal, randomness, all the unloaders will at some point want trains at roughly the same time. Yeah. So I'm struggling right now with myself with whether or not how much of a refactoring I want to go through for this. Right. Because this is obviously an unloader, and I don't have room in the current design. If we look at this, if we look at this unloader here, for example, which is now outdated, I think. Let's not look at that unloader. Let's look at this unloader. I don't have room to double. Right? If I were to put this here, try and put this here, I don't have the room to put this in the middle and then put another. I don't have room to put one here. And one here. and one here. And that's a pretty important setup for me. Right? I've got to be able to have 4 of them stacked cleanly without interfering with each other. Now, that's also probably overkill, because I don't think that 8 inserters are going to unload it faster than 6. So I've seen people who have 6 wagon or six thing unloaders. That's obviously the most you can do on a side. But also, is 4 good enough? Right? Because the 4 unloader that I'm currently using, which is this thing, this gets it done in 80 seconds, 75 seconds. If I were to try and come up with a way to get all 6 unloaders in this space, which I've seen some really sketchy ways to do it. This wouldn't really be desirable. But I've seen some that gets it, and here's the big thing, is that it gets it off the train. Right? And that means the train gets out of there. Does that get it down to 60 seconds? Probably. And this is where I would prefer to be inside of a... Yeah, that's a good point. Supposedly that's even better, right? Why do I have a duplicate here? See, I don't know what the behavior of this is because I don't... And... This is the sort of thing I need to run in the editor. Yeah, Jay. That's what I mean by the editor extensions. So I don't even know how this... This will at least give me some sense of will it work at all. Yes, it does, Jay. I just want to see if this even looks decent to me. That's kind of what I'm looking at here, Mango. And thanks for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Um, I want to turn these off. Here, hold that for a minute. Yeah, that doesn't work. Look at that. It's already failed itself. How is this chest even going to unload? Um, something like 27-ish at second for one stack inserter. You have 4, it should be under 40 seconds. Well, I know from my testing on White Science that if I only have these 4, well, actually not White Science, any of these sciences, any of these I tested them, it takes 73 seconds to unload a train with 4 stack inserters per wagon. I need water. I'll be back in a minute. So I was thinking of that. Oh, I didn't put my brake message up. I think I'm barking up the wrong tree on this unloader thing. I don't need faster unloading. It would benefit me, but I don't need it. I can experiment with new designs and faster designs in my own time, but yes, glorious bot abuse. Because this needs 15,000 copper a minute. I'm delivering 30,000 copper a minute. It takes 90 seconds to unload. I'm sorry, I'm delivering 30,000 every 90 seconds. Or, yeah, 80 seconds. 75 if I really crush it. But I'm delivering, if I just go with every 90 seconds, so it's convenient, right? That's seconds. So then in 180 seconds, I'm delivering 64,000. And this is 60 seconds. It needs, Green Circuits needs 15,000 for 60 seconds. If I give it, if I go to 180 seconds, which is where they have the common denominator, so I need 45,000. I'm giving it 64,000. I'm okay with that. Green Circuits for iron. And this is consume. And this is deliver. So I'm comfortable with this. I think I can satisfy this. This is fine. So what I'm saying is that I can safely unload with 4-stack inserters to satisfy demand on green circuits. Anything that needs plate, if it's consuming, so how does that math gonna work out? What's 64,000 divided by 3? If it's consuming less than 21,000 a minute, then I can satisfy it with the unloaders. I just need more trains. So this is consuming 7,000 a minute. So this really only needs one train then. Cable, copper. It's consuming 76.80 a minute. Which is 23,000 in 180 seconds. That ain't right. That ain't right at all. What the hell am I thinking? Math. Why do you fail me so hard? I need to reduce it to 30 seconds, right? Then I can scale it up to 60. No, 60 times 3 is 180. And 90 times 2 is 180. It's just I have to get to 180 on each of these. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm fine. And deliver is still the same 32,000. So then the question is, I lost it. I hit the wrong button. Consume is 76. I'm trying to remember, and I'm also updating things. Oops. So the important question here is, how many trains do I need? Per thing. Actually, 7,700. Still 23,000. Kirk's tells you how many belts you need. If you work with the 90 seconds, which I can do that. One train every 8 belts. One train every 8 wagons. So let me think about that and look at Kirk. And look at, say, for example, something simple like green circuits. Iron plate, we need 33,000 a minute. Or in this case, 12.5 belts. And when we look at, no, I'm going to look at something more simple. I'm going to look at low density structures. LDS. It's going to consume steel, copper, and plastic. Consuming of steel. But that's the whole build. Then again, I've only got one build. I'm doubling the copper delivery though, so I'm using 2 sets of unloaders for LDS. So this is a bit off, but this is going to be 3,300 per 60 seconds. Means I need 9,900 and 180 seconds. So, according to what you're saying, Mango, one train every 8 belts. Kirk tells me that I need 1.3 belts of steel. And delivery of steel is obviously the same as the others. And that's 8 belts. So I don't quite know how I trim that. How I associate that. Green circuits at 15,300, give or take, is 5 belts. Wrong button. Hi, Bob. No, it is not. Yeah, that's what Kirk is telling me is 1.3 belts of steel. If I go look at LDS, wherever the hell I put that. Roughly 70 furnaces of steel. Yeah, and this is 1.5. Yeah. So what you're saying is that, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around the generics. Bob, it's train quantities, trying to figure out how many trains I need to satisfy this. I've got two issues. One, I don't think I have enough purple science and yellow science being made. That's going to be a major deal. Two, I don't have enough trains for sustained delivery, and I'm trying to figure out the formula of why is my I was gonna say the formula for how many trains I need rather than just sort of, winging it. So Bob and I are having a back and forth about speed at which trains unload and stuff like that. Formula for how trains unload. These all stack the same, so the deliveries are all going to be the same. Consumption of steel and copper and plastic. The consumption of copper I can't leave this window open for some reason when I have this window. Okay, good, I can. Good. Consumption of steel. I didn't want transport belts. I wanted per minute. 4,300. You're going to consume about 13,000 every minute and a half. Consumption of copper is 42,000. We'll round all these up to the nearest thousands. Is 130,000. Consumption of plastic is 11,000. So as long as well, I don't see what you mean by consuming a 10x steel. The steel is 4,300 a minute. I'm consuming 4,300 steel a minute across 88 assemblers making low-density structures. So what I'm looking at here, that's 130,000, not... So if the needed per 180 seconds is 64,000 or less, then I only need one train. 2 if I really want to be on point. But if it's 65,000 or more, then I need 2 trains or a third for just that functionality. And I'm okay with that. I think I've got what I want. I've got the information that I want. I just need to build a table that tells me all this information. Now, if I go look at Kirk, he tells me that LDS is 32,000 per minute in terms of copper. Whereas rate calculator tells me it's 42,000. No, it's Bob, the steel 43 steel consumption for LDS across 88 machines is 4,300 a minute, right? That's where I'm getting this 4,224 over here. Now, according to Kirk, that's 3,277. But just differences aside, one is assuming max use and one is assuming a target goal. They're roughly 4,000 a minute consumption of steel for LDS for 88 machines. Right? Also, this says 88 machines, and for some reason, Kirk tells me I only need 68. Why am I making... Why do I have so many more? Because that's 80, and that's 72, and that's 64. Why do I have so many extra? I gotta check something. Are my numbers all off? Oh, that's for rocket. Yeah, that's for rocket silos. Yeah. Oh, I think I built this thinking I was making satellite out of this. Hmm. So this is supposed to be 68. This is supposed to be 103, and this being rocket control units. And that's 128. If I turn satellites back on, then my LDS goes up to, or my LDS requirement goes to 77. Alright, so I've got something wrong with my basic calculations. I might have overbuilt all this crap. Which would explain why those two are so out. Sorry, Bob, I got distracted in answering your question, but if LDS needs like 4,300 every 60 seconds, but my delivery system delivers a train load, 8 wagons, 4,000 per wagon, 32,000, and it takes 90 seconds to unload into a 4 inserter unload per wagon, then I am delivering 32,000 every 90 seconds. The common denominator between 60 seconds and 90 seconds is 180 seconds. So I look at it that way and go, okay, 4,300 times 3 is roughly 31,000. 32,000 times 2 is 64,000. So if I did that math wrong, then, I should just go start drinking. And yeah, I did. I have that. That's a typo. Good point, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, that's a typo. Thank you. I should go start drinking. But sorry. Thanks for pointing it out, though. So if I have 4 of these without satellites, because we assume we're going to do satellites differently, independently. Where'd you go? Trying to make something visible. I don't know how much good that does. Trying not to take up a massive amount of the screen with that, but that's what Kirk tells me, and that's my baseline. So starting over and reviewing this, because now it looks like I've built too much stuff, I need 103. And this is 24. 24 and change, so. So this is the goal, is 24 of those. The goal here is 103. And sulfuric acid, we need 0.3. Sulfur, we need 0.5. Speed modules, we need 36.5 or 37. I'm just going to put these at 1. Speed modules, it says we need 37. Red, we need 95. Copper, that's not. Green circuits, we need 35 total. Copper cable, we need 49 total. Low density structures, we need 69 total. Steel, we need 55. Iron plate, we need 156. We're just going to put a marker here for iron plate. Copper plate, we're going to mark you as needing 263. Coal, we need 35. Well, we need 35 miners. This is 263 furnaces. I don't know how to calculate oil. We need 3 pipes. Well, we need 4 pipes because we need 3 and then some. Now 3 with 23 remaining. I don't know what that means. All right. Remember hearing this song on a boat in Put-in Bay on Lake Erie on the way to Cedar Point. Over and over. Love this song. Don't care about ore or plastic. I need 23 plastic. Rocket fuel, I need 103, but I also need to feed plus trains. So I want some extra on the rocket fuel. Solid fuel, I need 63. Oil, I need 21. How many do I have? 32. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Where was I basing my information off? Cracking of these, I need 8. Cracking of these, I need 9. All right, so what have I actually got? I actually got 65, 64. That's pretty much all I'm going to be able to do with that because I can't reduce that anymore. Because if I want to reduce it, I have to take half of them out, which puts me at 32, which puts me below it. So this is good. Green circuits. I have 64 of them. I need 35 total. I don't understand how I did this so wrong. I do not understand how I did this so wrong. If I do this with all of the satellites enabled, then I need 43. So I don't know where I got this number from. What the hell was I smoking that day? Yeah, I mean, I understand some differences, right? Because Kirk tells me X, and rate calculator is going to tell me Y. And the difference is rate calculator is going to assume that they're running at full tilt, whereas Kirk is telling me what they need to satisfy my request. My request is 4 rocket silo launches per minute, right? Or as quickly as they can. It's 4 factories running full out, which is, you know, whatever that is. 4,000 science, 3,200 science. Hello, like 'em. Well, I don't have, with this design, I don't really have the ability to do times 3.